it is Ted Talks, the Ted Hanky podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Snappy Chats, the Instamams, all them channels. Give us a like, give us a subscription. We're promising you some quality, grade A content. I'm joined as always with my mate Mala.
All right, everybody. All right, Ted, how are you doing?
He's alive. He's survived. Before we get into this, Mala, it's been a while since we've had a catch up on the podcast. What have you been doing?
Well, Ted, all right, everyone, because it's been summer, I've been living outside in the wild. As you can see, I've lost a bit of weight.
You do look a bit scrawny, Mala. You look like, you know when you go on holiday for 3 weeks and you put the dog in the kennels and they're not feeding it enough.
Well, guys, I had an argument with Broadback.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So she kicked us out into the wild. Basically, I started living in the shed. Everything went a bit backwards for us, but I'm all right now.
I think that's
come back.
Isn't that a step up? Moving into the shed. Where were you living before that? No, weren't you like just bus stop to bus stop?
Well, yeah, there's no wrong with that. If you buy your tranny tripper, you can go all the way around.
Don't start getting offensive towards the trans community.
It means a different thing nowadays.
You've got to be careful, haven't you, these days, you know what I mean? You say the word tranny, next thing you know, I've lost my job. Not really, isn't it?
I've been doing all sorts, Ted, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've got a new hobby.
Oh, yeah?
Well, aye.
What have you been doing?
Well, I've been flashing.
Like, flashing what?
Well, like, do you get your bits out?
Your goalies?
No, right, yeah, I swear to God, it's class. Right, listen to me, right, and I'm telling you now, people, if you think about it in this narrative, you're going to get what I mean. Right, nowadays it's all right to have OnlyFans, isn't it, Ted?
Well, I've only got a few.
Well, exactly. Yeah, some of us. Yeah, right, so it's all right to have OnlyFans, right? So birds can get the waps out and that, and they can be like, your charge is a $5.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Right, and musicians, right? If you're a crap musician, what do?
You pretend and that you're singing a song and it's not yours.
Well, you can't Milli Vanilli it, yeah, you're right. But, right, what they usually do is they're like, I tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my guitar, right, and I'm going to sit on Stockton High Street, right, and I'm just going to play music, right, and it doesn't matter if you're working past, right, if you don't want to hear Wonderwall or an Ed Sheeran shit version that I'm doing, I'm just going to pollute your ears, hoping that Simon Cowell is like walking down Stockton High Street as he does most days, and he's going to be like, wow, look at this class lad here playing this guitar. I know he looks homeless and scruffy, but instead of giving him £1, I'm going to give him a recording contract, and then that can be his story arc, right? That'd be acceptable, wouldn't it?
It would be, but I can't imagine Simon Cowell walking down Stockton High Street going, I'm just going to pop in B&M. Oh, it's closed. They've knocked it down. Oh.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves the water fountains, man. He's class. He goes and sits down there with a paper, watches the kids run it. Well, I better not say that. But
that's the other one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Tried to sack him.
Right, but right. So you're sat there and you listen to this music and it's just polluting your ears, and that's what he wants, doesn't he?
He does.
Right. Now, I want to do OnlyFans because I've seen all these birds getting loads of like cash.
Cash for gash.
Cash for gash, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not getting nothing. So I'm like, right, I'll tell you what I'll do. It's the same as busking, right? I'm going to sit and just go, have a look at that. Right? And then someone might go, Mala, I like that. I'm happily pay you $5.99 to see a bit more. And I'll be like, well, and then I pass them my card. I mean, I haven't passed them. Hang
on. What more are you going to show them? Are you like lifting the balls and displaying the gooch?
Well, we do. Listen, my OnlyFans channel's going to be brilliant, man. I do a bit of cooking and that. We sit and watch the Boro on the dodgy box, and like we do commentary, and then as we get more pissed, and then like as I fall asleep, one of my bollocks might fall out the side. You pay extra for that content, though.
But you know what you could do though? You could bake various egg-based products and just call it OnlyFlans.
OnlyFlans, exactly.
And you could sell a nice quiche.
Exactly. But this is what I'm getting at, Ted. This is my idea, right? And you're like the judge, right? You're having none of it.
Yeah.
But for me, flashing is just a gateway to Instagram, a gateway to doing OnlyFans. The same way busking is just doing a gateway to getting a music contract. I don't want to hear your shit songs as much as you don't want to see my hairy knackers, right? But do either of us have a choice? No, we don't, Ted, so we get on with it.
So what's babysitting a gateway to?
No one ever allowed me to babysit Ted, so no.
Never allowed. Yeah, well, that's good, Mala. That's good that you're keeping yourself busy and you've got a business plan. I like that. I've been just getting new t-shirts. You like new t-shirts? This one is all about my pronouns. I identify as he, man. There you are, just so you know, because people need to know, don't they?
Why does he-man look like he's getting sucked off in that?
I think he is, you know, yeah. I think he's getting piped off.
Do you think, like...
I hope it's not Skeletor.
No,
all teeth.
I think it's like, you know, he's knocking one out and Battle Cat's having a lick.
I don't know, I think Battle Cat to be a bit rough round the balls. I like him in his cringe state. Be a bit softer, and a bit scared, like I might do a pumpkin and go, yeah, something like that.
What if it was wet? Would it be a sop and cringe?
I'd have a go of that sorcerer. No, the sorcerer, you know the bird, the sorcerer in E-Man, she'd have got it. And Princess, what's her face, in it as well.
Who?
There's another lass in it, isn't there? There's the sorcerer, and then there's like Princess, I want to say Leia, but it isn't.
When was the last time you watched E-Man?
It's been a while. I'm still trying to get through She-Ra.
I just keep on having to pause. There is only one He-Man, and that's Lundgren, isn't it?
They're doing a remake, you know, with that Chris Hemsworth, you know, Thor. He's playing E-Man. He's also playing Hulk Hogan in the biography of Hulk Hogan. Honestly, and they're giving him a prosthetic chin.
That's class.
It is class.
I think you could be Macho Man Randy Savage.
Imagine that. I could come out like that with the music. What was the music? Like
Pomp and Circumstance. Which
how does it go? And I'd come out and go, yeah!
Class.
Oh, yeah! Oh, any 18-year-old girls in, yeah! Oh, and then I'd fucking just blast them all.
Of course you would.
Class.
But anyway, why is he so he's going to be E-Man and he's going to be
not in the same movie.
They quite look the same though.
They do. Well, Hogan could have played E-Man when he was younger.
No, this is the other way around. He-Man is a younger version. When he gets older, like his hair starts growing, but he doesn't want to lose this bit.
Yeah.
So he starts wearing a bandana and he grows a tash.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Still tanned, still roided.
Exactly.
Still on the protein.
Correct.
Ah, it's going to be class, that, like. Yeah. Anyway, right, Mala, we need to get this podcast moving on now because we're talking a load of drizzle. Now, it's a hot topic. I think we need to discuss it. And a lot of people have asked me and have been messaging me page, but were you involved in the riots, Mala?
As you know, I deplore any sort of violence whatsoever. So you need to sort yourself out, regardless of your political standpoint. You should not be battering coppers, and coppers, you shouldn't be battering scruffy people from Eston.
No,
all right, it doesn't happen. No, Ted, I wasn't. But the Kaiser Chiefs did predict it.
Oh yeah, they did.
They told us all about it. Illuminati. They have to tell you first.
Yeah, they also predicted my relationship with Julie as well. Every day I did love her less and less.
Oh, I thought you meant Julie!
No.
All right.
So, that's good, Malik, because somebody did do over the Shoe Express, and I noticed you were walking around in loads of new kickers.
Well, yeah, you said, did you riot? You didn't say, did you loot? Well, now as far as they are two very distinct different things, them, Ted. Yeah. One is like you being a bellend. The other is you just helping liberate some stock.
True.
That's what I was doing. Yeah. And I was just keeping it so no one else was going to nick it. So come and get it, man.
I only, I accidentally walked into that Iceland that was being looted. But, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to take the stuff that's gone out of date.
I'm just going to tell you about all of it.
I went through and I did a bit of date rotation on some of the stock, and your processes are awful in there because I found so many things that either went out the date on that day or the day before. So I took them off the shelf and I took them home. And I repurposed them into some lovely food for the family. They would just throw them in the bin or mark them down.
That's how they keep it. That's how they keep the cost base low. They get the lower dates on stuff, man. They've sussed it out, them lads. They've sussed it out.
I never trusted Iceland when they got rid of Kerry Katona.
When the beat was in the the Euros that did me head in. Yeah, I tell you what though, I heard that Julie did Greg's in. Like proper, like...
She did it on her own.
That's the first thing that went was Greg's.
She ran through the window and she just fucking hugged all of the pastry. Can you get out?
Do you know what I am enjoying seeing now though, Ted?
What?
Like, it's like a sport. You can open the Evening Gazette, or if you're not from Teesside, just go to your local paper site, like, because it's Teesside Live or whatever, and just look at the mugshots of the people that have been arrested, and then like what they did, and it's honestly, it's class. It's absolutely mint.
They've always got mad as fuck ears. They've always got ears like sloth out the Goonies, like, what are you down there? Fucking a whiz-bit eye.
There's a couple of birds, and they're like, well, I'm saying birds. I mean, I would, do you know what I mean, ladies? Because it just, I would, like, if you're getting parole and that, you know. But, right, and it's always like, Sharon, 6 kids from Dormanstown.
7 dads.
Clotheslined a copper. And said, "Here, go fuck yourselves," right? And then, like, she's doing the sad face, right? And then, like, they always say, "Well, what are the Burns gonna do?" Well, they was looking after the Burns when she was like rioting and that.
They were pushing the wheelie bin behind her on fire.
Oh, I didn't mention the wheelie bin girl. She wasn't for me.
Oh, hey. But there should be ashamed of yourselves. Anyone who was involved in that, ashamed of yourselves, bringing that dishonest disrespect to our lovely town. I mean, we've got enough of it. We don't need any more dishonest disrespect.
Yeah, and right, we are a Premier League disorder town, not a Championship disorder town.
Yeah.
Get yourself over to Belfast. Look at how them lads and lasses do it proper, and then come back over here and do it properly. Don't just half-arse it with a couple of wheelie bins.
It's not that though, is it, Mala? It's all of the kids riding around on the bikes with the balaclavas on, and they don't even know what they were riding over. They're just like, it's fucking class, this.
Well, you're bored, aren't you? What else are you going to do?
I know, but at least like the riots in the 80s and stuff like that, they knew what they were fighting over. Like, they've closed my coal mine down, I've lost my job, you know, and stuff like that. These kids don't know the bar.
I'll tell you what though, the 80s rioters look miles harder than the 90s.
Hey, if you can find a copper in a vest and a pair of flares, you are hard. You know, some of them shoes had platforms on. I mean, they're hard to run, but you won't want to kick in the knackers off one.
Well, look at some of the trainers the kids are wearing nowadays. They've got like, they look about 22 foot tall, and then when you get close to them, they've got like heels like this.
Do you know what it is? They've got the same amount of hair in them trainers as they do the mum's lips. Looking like Max lips, all these lasses now. I don't know what's going on.
I love it, me.
It's probably good for them, like a gobble job and that. But
would it be?
And it'd be like nice, wouldn't it? It'd be like, you know, like when you're a stuntman and you fall onto a nice crash mat.
It reminds me of, do you know, the only female gremlin that you'd ban? Yeah.
I just liked it, mate.
It's like the gloss on the lips.
Yeah.
It's like all tingly.
Lovely hair as well. Like she looks like she went to Saks.
Like, yeah, if you want to stop this podcast now and go sort yourself out to a bit of Gremlins action, crack on.
Yeah.
You'll thank us later.
But if we find out you're wanking over Gizmo, you're a PD.
You're wronging.
Yeah.
They're wronging. He was a baby, man. What's wrong with you?
Do you know what we should do, Mala? Right, if you could create your own government, right? Because obviously Conservatives dog shit, Labour dog shit. I'd have voted for that fucking binhead one, Count Binface, if he was in, because he's a mad twat.
Well,
what type of government? What would you call it? Government?
Well, right, I thought about this, right, and it has to be some form of party, doesn't it? Yeah, because they're like the Labour Party, so I'd call it the Kitchen Party. Right? No, listen. Or we could be called the After Party, or the Afters for short.
Yeah.
Right, and basically, it involves, you know, when they says the Houses of Parliament is in session, we'd actually be in session, you know what I mean? It'd be like, right, everyone, let's get a couple of you know, festival stuff in, if you know what I mean, and we'll get some tinnies and we'll all sit in the kitchen and we'll sort everything out, right? But you've got to record stuff, Ted, because everyone talks shite, don't they? So you get it recorded, and then you have a day off because you need to recover, and then you go, right, we've sorted everything out, here we go, and then you play it back, and then we'll solve all the world's problems, man. It'll be class. Because if you've ever been to one of these parties, not that I ever go to them, but if you do, everybody knows everything, don't they? They know how to do everything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So therefore you're solving all the problems, and you're like, and I tell you what, the Royal Mail will be shit up.
Yeah.
Especially like 4 a.m. Do you know what I mean? When they need the deliveries and Royal Mail will be shit up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
All that on, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be sorting everything out. The amount of food that will be bought in like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning will go through the roof. The nighttime economy will just go mental. It'll be class.
I like it. So, what are you going to call it then? Just a session?
No, well, it's going to be either the kitchen party or the afters for kids, because and then when the kids are you voting for the afters or are you voting for the Conservatives? Oh, well, I am voting for the afters, man, the class.
I like that, yeah. I'd probably call my party something like the Nationalised Agricultural Zippo Institution, and it's about light. Just thought that's a bad acronym there. I was thinking of my love for Zippo lighters, and you could get a welcome Zippo lighter when you join the party, and farmers get 2.
No, don't do that.
I don't think that's a good
one.
It's been done before.
There's lots of parties out there that probably have the same sentiment.
Oh, what about if I just called it Flange? And all the politicians are just like fucking class.
But we wouldn't have politicians. This is the point, isn't it? You said, how would you make your government? Why have politicians? Right?
No, you cannot get my point here. Right? I'd have the whole government, it'd be fit, right? I'm talking like supermodels, right? We'll have a couple of blokes in there, just so they can go and negotiate with any female leaders, right? But we'd send over our grade A, fucking beautiful negotiator to Putin, like that. Next thing you know, pipes him off, war's over, getting the gas dead cheap.
That's actually a really good idea.
You know what I mean?
Well, if there's any bird ones, I could go over, couldn't I? Ted, you could send me over, and I'd be like, "Oh, love, how are you doing?" Do you know what I mean?
You could.
That'd be good.
What's going to be your manifesto?
Well, I'll show her about my OnlyFans plan that I've got going on.
Oh yeah.
But here we could combine our parties, right? Because think about it.
Right.
We could invite Putin to the afters, couldn't we? The after party in the kitchen, and you'll bring some of the birds round, and next thing you know, it's like, class, man. It's wicked. It's wicked.
Next thing you know, Vladimir Putin dies in illegal drug party with dodgy ketamine. I don't know what that voice is.
I don't know. I'm not keen on that. I don't want to murder anybody. I want everyone to be friends. So we'll just all make mates, and they'll be like, hey, you're all right.
Mushrooms.
You know what I mean?
We'll get him on the mushrooms. Everyone will have a class time. We'll get all the world leaders together, right? Mushrooms, right? We'll get a couple of brass in as well. Knocking out a couple of tricks as well for free. I won't charge them. And next thing you know, I'll have a camera as well, video and everything, blackmail.
This class, I love this idea, but I'm telling you, we should put them both together, and we should combine that. It'd be class.
Yeah. All right then, we'll do that, yeah. If you enjoy that, leave us a comment. If you don't, just don't leave anything. Simple as that. You may have seen that I did a journalistic news report on my Facebook channel, right? It was about football. It got me thinking as well, because our delivery was like, will you take me to one of the Premier League club shops? So we went to one, I won't name them, we had a look.
You went to Liverpool?
I went to Liverpool, we did. We went to Liverpool, and 125 quid for a player shirt, or 90 quid for a fan shirt, right? Thinking, fucking hell, so I went on that DHGate, 12 quid, looks exactly like it. I didn't order it because it's illegal. Then it got me thinking, and obviously no one's sniding the boro kit, because we're not at that level, yeah.
I were already sniding what you're on about.
It got me thinking, so I put on my channel, are our footy clubs having our eyes out? Because people, I can understand why people want to buy these cheaper imitations, certainly for kids, because they grow so fast, they knock kids in dead fast, some of them climbing on roofs with vandal grease in Thornaby, that type of stuff, really.
They get knocked in the riots.
Yeah. But it's got me thinking, so a lot of people have replied as well with their own thoughts on it, because you go in a club shop and there's so much merchandise in there. It's expensive for kids, it's expensive for replica shirts of the past, I keep all the classics, but these people are like, oh, I like that Dickens one, looks not like it, but they still buy it. Polo shirts, postcard, it's a rip-off. Do you know what I mean? So why do people want to do it? Why do they want to buy them cheaper? So I'm going to go through some of the answers that were provided. Somebody, Paul Hills, said, cut the price, cut the kit, Ted, make the shirt a crop top, a bit like volleyball top, and bring back 80s budgie smuggler shorts where your plums hang out, no socks.
I'm happy with that.
That's a strong look. 20 quid kit there. And it looked mint on some of the lasses in the south stand.
Yeah, well, some of them already have crop tops.
Some of them, yeah, true, yeah. I mean, people like Luton, who are keeping tops for 2 seasons, scruffy bastard.
I know.
But is that a good thing? Paul Thompson said you should go back to a kit for 2 years, then people wouldn't mind paying 80 quid a top. Any adults buying a full kit needs the laptops looking at. I fucking agree.
Yeah, I totally agree. But like, have you ever seen like our nipper when he has a football top for like half a season? It looks like it's been pulled through an edge. I can't imagine 2 seasons.
I know, it's true. It's true. Johnny Mitchell just put, well,
that's entertainment.
Callan Morrison, prices are definitely getting out of the band, but one of the first things they definitely should be doing is cutting the price of season tickets. And maybe those who pledge their loyalty to buying season tickets during the... Boring, Callan!
Yeah, listen to me. Listen to me, everyone out there in Tedland.
I'm only kidding. Listen,
you scruffy bellwiths. Stop whinging about football. If you can't afford to go, don't go. Just watch it on your dodgy stick like you do anyway. Half of you don't go because the borough, we don't sell out.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, yeah, well, me top, it costs too much. I bet you're still buying 300-400 on a weekend and going out downtown all week. So stop whinging.
Yeah.
Who else is going to buy brand new Rolls Royce for Salah? Who's going to pay for that?
You'll buy 3 for 100, you buy an 8 ball, you don't know what's in it. If you go to the club shop, you're buying an authentic shirt, and you know it's not made by little Chinese boys being tortured.
I don't know why that's funny, but it is.
I got these one here. Michael Wilson. Ted, can you ask Aldi to start making a similar shirt range of shirts, shorts that they could display in the centre aisles, ideal when you're looking for items you don't really need or want? That's a great suggestion, Michael. Russ Lewis Beckett, he's put, made the same way, by the same methods. What's fake? I think they are technically fake, Russ, because they're fucking 500 quid cheaper and they dissolve like a Barocca after the first wash.
And my first one said boro.
Yeah, said butter with a U.
Yeah, it was mental. It was good though, I liked it.
Pedro King, as a butter fan, we're one of the most deprived areas in the country. I'm going to buy a shit kit from DHGate for 13 quid every day. Sorry, not sorry. Pedro, I will pass your details on to the club.
Absolutely.
And you can have that conversation with them directly.
I love this. We're one of the most deprived areas. It's like we've got a badge. Yeah. It's like everyone go, where do you come from? Oh, Middlesbrough. They just tap you on the head. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you.
They do.
We're only deprived because we're all big and belwies. We need to sort our lives out. We are Teesside. We are proud. We need to stop it.
We're Champions League for teenage pregnancies, though.
Well, I said smash. Well, literally, that's
what I mean.
Smashed. I mean, yeah, but what else is there to do except doing a bit of booking on a night? A bit of booking with the boys. Do you know what I mean? It's class. Let's get back to the old ways, Ted. Bit of finger blasting. Bit of Mad Dog 2020 down the park. No rioting.
I'll have a look on the Instagram and see what people put on there. Let's have a look here. Spatty123. I know Spatty, went to school with him. He's put, now Ted, hope you well, pal. Love a new kit every season. It brings the buzz. You forgot to mention the price of beer going up as well up the borough. That's a fair point, isn't it? Should have £1 a pint. I think there'll be no trouble. Everyone will just be happy.
Everyone will be happy, yeah.
Won't they? We'll be happy. Gidge has put, bet Mikey D gets his clubber off DHGate. I'll tell Mikey D that, and he will fill you fucking right in. He doesn't mess around, does he?
He doesn't like me that much, so I don't speak to him.
Andros Slavros, agree with you, Ted. Chef Wed have issued a statement that anyone wearing cheaper replica shirts could be asked to leave, and relevant agencies informed. Fans paid over the odds for tops that will be the club shirt for less than a year.
Well, that day, I tell you what, right, Sheffield Wednesday, you're looking at us here.
Take that Yorkshireman.
Fuck off, you fucking bellend.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So if someone goes to a concert and they're going to afford the concert ticket, but they can't afford the replica's T-shirt of Queen, but you've drew Freddie Mercury yourself, are you going to, your mate going to come out the crowd and go, hey, Mala, you fucking bellwith, get that off? I mean, he did do that, but...
Yeah, he did, yeah. And you drew Freddie without the tash. It was in his dying days.
I can't draw tashes. What do you want me to do?
It was in his Great Pretender video.
It was.
Yeah. Dan and Mo Photography has said the training top with the Riva bus seat fabric pattern is only 30 quid. How come it seems the same construction as the home and away kits? Also, the cup vinyl replica in the club shop for 30 nicker. But that said, 55 quid for the main kit is a fair chunk cheaper than other clubs. It's a fair point. When I just read the local reference.
I've got a question, Ted. Who the fuck calls the kid Dan and something photography? Like, I mean, like, I know there's advertising, but you don't call Bronco, like,
hang on.
UK comedy, do you, at the end of it?
Darren Moore might have married a lass called Jennifer Photography and she's made him double barrel it.
What, double barrel there?
Sorry, Darren. Chris Adamson, 84. You can see the Univet logo from space, mate. The answer is to lower the cost of them. Premier League fans have to pay 80 plus quid as well. It's a joke. A good gust of wind makes the logo peel as well. And he means not farts, just actual wind.
Why are we all obsessed here? It's 80 quid, right? You're paying it once a season, £80. You will quite happily go to the pub and spend 80 quid in one. Me and you do, Ted. If we go on a session, right, you spend 100 quid, aren't you, on the beer?
That's being not cock.
Yeah, it might be. But you are. So listen, Mo Salah, man. I mean, listen.
You are watching.
He is. He needs that car. He needs a new... Do you know how expensive Mercs are nowadays? Proper Mercs, not like the ones that every bellwith round here drives. I mean, proper nice, expensive cars. Do you know how much they cost, Ted?
Don't know how much.
You've got to help him out. Well, it's more than 80 quid.
Is it like that 90s Merc our mate Biggie used to drive?
Yeah, that's class. All right, Biggs.
I'll continue, there's two more. Kevin Hardy, 468. You're right, Ted. Even bringing in third and fourth kits to hook people in who like to have every shirt is wrong. And I agree. And then the final one here, this will be a good one, this, because he's called Bosnian 1979. I've always wondered how a foreign business can still make a profit by selling replica kits for 13 quid, yet the Nike and Adidas need to sell kids fucking hell, still sell kits at 120 quid to make a profit. Why doesn't Boro just order their kits from DHGate and sell for a few quid more? That's a very good point,
I'm going to tell you now, because it's called skilled economics, that kid, because what Nike and Adidas are doing is they've got a big infrastructure to support, so they need to put onto that, because they've got thousands of people worldwide creating a product and sourcing, and plus they do all the advertisement, plus they have like stores all over, like in Teesside Park there's a Nike store. DHGate have 12 people in the sweatshop, so the overheads, they can't afford a 13 quid shirt.
Which is why it takes nearly 3 weeks for them to arrive.
Correct, exactly, and they're lazy. Get a move on.
Yeah. Good. That was a really good heated debate, that. I like that. I felt a bit like Kilroy.
It was a bit like Kilroy.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Kilroy was a bit like a better version of Jeremy Kyle.
It's like an English Steve Martin.
Well,
but
sexier.
Sexier, yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Good. I enjoyed that, Mala.
I'm just happy to be in the warm for a bit.
Yeah, well, you're off now, are you? Is that...
Yeah, well, I am off because, funnily enough, I'm going to go try my wares down in Yam, see if I can get, my OnlyFans off and running with a bit of pay and display, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, that's quite like
all right,
that, yeah.
So I'm going to catch you later, Ted. See you later, everybody.
Yeah,
see you later, Ted.
See you, Mala. See you later, mate. There you go. Oh, Mala there. He's off. He's gone. But listen, thank you very much for tuning in, listening in to Ted Talks, the Ted Hanky podcast. I had a bit of chat win there, sorry. It's available to download as audio and visual on YouTube or all of the podcast places like the iTunes and the Spotify's and all that shit as well. So give it a like, give it a download, give it a share, invite people to listen to it. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, the Warehouse Kitchen and Bar down at Preston Farm Industrial Estate. I'm going to have to have a drink. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have vodka really when I'm working. Yeah, so give a big shout out to the Warehouse Kitchen and Bar. We've got some great things coming up here. We've got a quiz night on September the 18th. It's a Wednesday night and I'm involved in that. I'm going to be doing Ted's trivia round. It's going to be proper class. Give them a call on 01642 054 177 to reserve your table up to 6 people in a team. It's going to be mint. Win some class prizes. Have a bit of crack with me. We've got a comedy night here through Showcase Comedy on October the 4th with the brilliant Rob Rouse closing the show. He's been on Upstart Crow with David Mitchell. He's a bit like Bob Mortimer and Steve Coogan combined. He's probably my favourite comedian. You're going to love him, honestly. He's mint. Now, what else have we got? Oh, the chapel in Middlesbrough on White House Street, next to what used to be the Phoenix Squash Centre, the big church on the Wilderness Road. There's a comedy night there, improvisation show, comedy and curry. You get a free curry as well, and that's on Saturday, September the 14th. And not forgetting, at the same place next to chapel, there's a new bar called Sanctuary Craft Ale and Sports Bar. On October the 20th, I am going to be bringing back some comedy. I'm going to be hosting a comedy show there. We're going to have 5 or 6 new acts on, and then we're going to have a nice quality act closing the show as well. The tickets for that are just £6 if you book them in advice. All tickets are available on jokepit.com or Showcase Comedy Facebook page. So get on board, you mother lickers. So that concludes the podcast. You know what to do. Up the boro and believe.